And then on the opposite end of the Bruins' kind of lackadaisical, not so fired up approach, you get Rod Brind'Amour, who is pissed off. He gets fined $25K after the game because of his comments on the refereeing, saying this is why the league's a joke, in my opinion. That one is a crime scene regarding the overturned goal call where the two players go up to bat the puck out of the air. You can't really tell who touched it because NBC has 30 cameras, but somehow only 2 camera angles on who hits this puck out of the air. It goes on net, which could be a hand pass on net, which should have been blown dead. They're arguing it should have been goaltender interference because the guys dig the puck out of the goalie's glove. I don't buy that. You play till the whistle, and there was no whistle. So if you're hacking and whacking the goalie's glove and you knock that puck loose, it's loose. And, the Bruins take the lead off that. Then, of course, hockey gods, puck don't lie. The shorthanded breakaway by Brock McGinn to tie the game after that, Carolina a couple seconds later. So I don't feel bad for Brind'Amour because the guy's made $50 million in his career, so it's not a big chunk out of his wallet to have to pay that fine. But it was good of him to go out there and say something, at least stick up for his guys and show his guys that he's invested, he's willing to put himself out there. What's your guys' take on this? Because there was a whole goal review situation in Game 2 with Teuvo Teravainen bumping into Rask, and that one was disallowed.
I've never understood why it's okay to fine coaches after making comments about the referees. I've never understood that. I really don't, because at the end of the day, it's human error, right? They can make mistakes. Why are we not allowed to call them on making a mistake? Why are players, coaches not allowed to call? Why are we holding them to some almighty rule that they can fuck up everything? They could literally cost you a game, but we're not allowed to say anything about that, or else you get fined. I've never understood that. I love when coaches do it. I love when coaches just disregard the whole fact, knowing they're going to get fined, and it tells your team that, hey, listen, we're willing to do whatever we can to have your back and keep this thing, in our favor. It might go against us at the end of the day, but you know damn well I got your back.
I think for me on the goal, you have to choose what you're challenging. When you're challenging a goal, it should be whatever you want. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to choose. You should have to decide whether it's a good goal or not.
I agree with that because Brind'Amour did make the points what is it? We challenging the hand pass? Are we challenging goaltender interference? Now, again, because of the circumstances, I think the call on the ice was a goal, and it held up, and it was correct because, in my opinion, NBC was the one that fucked it up because you have, like we said, they were toting about how they were going to have all these cameras all over the place. You were going to see angles you'd never seen before. We haven't really seen that. We talked about it in the last episode. And then you have a situation like this where it would be extremely useful in a high-stakes game, and there's no replays. There's 2 replays, and you can't see who touched that puck. It was mind-blowing to me. So that one's all on NBC. I think the refs got it right there. And to your point, AQ, it's a good point. It's a legit question because they present this image like these guys are above reproach, and they don't make mistakes, but they do all the time. They make mistakes all the time. And for them to not be able to be open to criticism is just mind-numbing to me because if they're not being able to be criticized by the coaches, who are arguably the closest thing to their peers in that profession, and the players, they can just take it from the fans because we have no pull, we have no impact, we have no reach, right? And the pundits on TV can say whatever they want. They might get beat up on the radio and on TV, but the coaches, that word carries weight in that league and through that business. So it's tough, and I just also $25K seemed outrageous to me for what he said. Maybe 5, the slap on the wrist. I don't know, and I don't know if this is his first time or second time going through this, and that's why it was so much. But that was just absolutely outrageous to me. But that one again, I picked Carolina. Did you pick Carolina, Q?
I did.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good series. I think by the looks of it, it looks like it should go 7 games because these guys are so evenly matched. And Carolina, I feel like, hasn't played their best hockey even yet. So we'll see.